5 ways to protect children from extreme heat and illness. Scorching sun, profuse sweating and hot wind blows. Perhaps it was said about this season that the heat is such that even the eagle lays its eggs. It should be remembered that according to the meteorological department, the same situation of heat intensity is likely to persist in June as well. Zahra Hassan of NDMA said that 2 heat waves are predicted in the month of May and 1 in June. These days, when the country is experiencing intense heat and the overall temperature is increasing by 4 to 8 degrees Celsius, if your child becomes fussy or complains of a headache, then this should be reported. Never take too lightly, as this could be the first sign that your baby is suffering from heat exhaustion. Due to this unusual heat in most parts of Pakistan, normal life is being severely affected. But if you have small children in the house, you have to pay more attention to them and keep a watchful eye on a few things to protect them from the effects of heat so that heat exhaustion does not harm your liver. Don't get sick. In this article, we will talk about the symptoms of heat stroke in babies from newborns to school age, along with its precautions and healthy foods for children. In the context of the intensity of heat, let's first talk about the symptoms in the child that need to be closely monitored these days. Dr. Ali, vet specialist, pediatrician, of Shifa International Hospital, Islamabad, informed in detail about the symptoms and precautions in children of different ages. According to them, during the scorching heat, if you feel that your child suddenly becomes irritable, the child's body should be warm, that is, the temperature of the body should increase. The heart beats faster. The child feels dizzy or sweats more than usual. And the child should refuse to eat. So these are the signs that you should know that the child has suffered from heat exhaustion, which is basically a preheat stroke condition. Knowing this condition, you can keep the child's health away from great danger by following a few things immediately. Simple tips to protect babies up to 6 months from heat stroke. In response to our question, Dr. Mazhar Ali further said that newborns and a few months old babies cannot describe their quality and feelings in words, so watch out for changes in their routines. If the baby is up to 6 months old and he has suffered from heat, that baby will be irritable and restless, he will not get enough sleep, his body will be hot. In such a situation, first of all, he should be in a comfortable position. Bring in and try to bring the child's body temperature back to normal. If the child is overheated, immediately reduce the amount of clothing the child is exposed to. If the baby is very young and breastfed, it should be fed frequently to prevent dehydration and to help normalize body temperature. Dress children in loose, breathable and cotton clothes. Move the child to a ventilated room. Turn on the fan, open the windows but don't let the sun in. Bathe the baby or apply cool water compresses. If the baby is a few months old and takes food other than mother's milk, then give the baby water, and it is better to give water with salt and sugar or ORS so that it does not get deficient in salts. According to doctors, children should be bathed at least once a day in summer, and the best time is between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. to keep the child cool and comfortable during the hot weather. Good. And now we will talk about the children who go to school, that is, children from about 4 years to 12 years. These days in Pakistan, many schools are conducting examinations for children, in which heat can harm children while coming and going to school. Here are some suggestions of doctors for this. Children should be given plenty of water and breaks or rest time between studies to avoid fatigue. School children should not wear tight clothes. Use a hat, sunglasses, umbrella to protect yourself from the sun. Children traveling in vans or public transport should not be placed in an overcrowded vehicle, and care should be taken to ensure adequate ventilation so that body temperature is controlled. According to Dr. Mazhar, in order to protect school-aged children from heat exhaustion in this season, it is important to keep them hydrated, keep them in shaded and ventilated places and rest them. Give lemon water, ORS or plain water instead of syrup. It is important to take care of food and drink for children during the summer season, which can not only protect them from the extremes of this season but also compensate for their lack of water, and their digestive system is also not damaged. Nutritionist Zainab Gayoor was the first to focus on what school children's water bottles and lunch boxes should look like. Zainab Ghayer says that parents often make the mistake of putting different colored sweet drinks in the water bottle of the children while going to school so that the child drinks the water eagerly, but instead of giving benefits, that thing is harmful. Because it contains high amount of sugar. Salts and electrolytes are also removed from the body by sweating during sports or in the heat. It is better to give the baby lemon syrup with salt and small amount of sugar or ORS. Otherwise, plain water is also fine. Zainab Ghayer said that some parents just cut the fruit and give it to the children when they take the lunchbox, but because the fruit starts spoiling in the lunchbox after a few hours, it results in diarrhea or upset stomach, which increases the water deficit instead of removing it. So try not to put any fruit or food in the summer lunchbox that spoils in the heat. In case of staying outside for more than 4 hours, even in home food, bacteria can grow and there can be a risk of food poisoning. Anything containing milk should not be given to children in a water bottle to take to school, because milk can grow bacteria very quickly, and do not give milk or any milk-based drink to take to school, but from school to home. Can be given after coming. Another mistake is that the baby is given water immediately after coming from heat. Doing so can disturb the balance of electrolytes and may cause dizziness or nausea. You should try not to give 2 full glasses of water to the child as soon as he comes from heat, but give it little by little, because the kidneys of children are weak, they cannot tolerate so much water at once. Various fruit juices. According to experts, freeze seasonal fruit juice for children in the form of cubes or pops, so when children eat them, they will enjoy it, they will not be dehydrated and children will also get vitamins. Whether the weather is cold or hot, children need more water than adults and this need increases even more in hot weather, but children's kidneys are not yet strong enough to retain water for long. According to experts, children can be given lemon water, fresh coconut water or fruit milkshakes, but there are fears that the fruits will spoil in the rising temperature, and due to the high water content of summer fruits, there are also bacteria in them. They develop rapidly which causes gas in the stomach of children. Therefore, experts say to wash your hands and avoid eating outside food. In addition, experts say that carbonated drinks contain a large amount of sugar, while consuming too much coffee or carbonated drinks can lead to digestive problems, obesity, bone weakness and other problems in children.